Thank you, Larry, with the... The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick, taking it to 15, and now running right through it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and that'll be incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now they'll run it on the toss. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
Here we go.
Here's Kaepernick. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Take it in at the 22. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. The give to the fullback on the dive. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 10 yards still left on second down. On the give, this is their fullback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, big man with the ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They're going to look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The numbers for Rodgers from last week. 15 carries, 52 yards.
And partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success. And we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. It's a close game here early on. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And avoids the contact by sliding. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 38.
To throw is Kaepernick. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed at everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Let's go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Porter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
What's left? What's left? Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Let's go. 190.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now here's a carry heading left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. And he spikes it to stop the clock, and now if they choose, they'll have a chance at maybe a long field goal try here just before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Seahawks land the first punch. Now early in the second, the pass ends up being picked off. Buccaneers take it back all the way for the score. Buccaneers trail now by 1. Final seconds of the half. Screen pass will be completed here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 43-yard line. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to Tampa for the start of the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Let's go! 1, 9!
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll run on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite? Arm strength. Yeah, and that's really way down on the list.
accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he's got room. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. 38.
Now Kaepernick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The drive will start with an option going left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictators just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Kaepernick going to throw. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
it. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Kaepernick now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lenta. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the Seahawks on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. To throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Matt Weil now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On first down, Kaepernick. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Kaepernick now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
On 1st and goal, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Colin Kaepernick, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Check 27. Eyes on 27.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Seahawks on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tampa Bay, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.